It's happened time and time again in Upland where I've seen people say, if only I had known earlier. This is one of those times you don't want me to tell you I told you so. This is your warning. Now is the time to decorate your properties with the assets that you want on it before it's too late. The only question remains is why do it now?
I'm YK2012, founder of the Upland Guide. I'm here to unlock the secrets of the Upland Metaverse. On this channel, you can find everything you need to build your Upland empire. Expert tutorials, winning strategies, pro tips and tricks, and a lot more. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to stay ahead of the game. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the Upland Metaverse, that knowledge is truly your most valuable asset.
We recently saw a big change when it comes to moving 3D objects that are located on your properties. When it comes to vehicles, you now must drive your car between different cities. If you want to move your vehicle from one property to another property within the same city, you can do that by simply moving it like you can see here on the screen. However, if you want to move that vehicle between cities, you're going to have to drive it. In order to drive the vehicle, your block explorer is going to have to be in your starting city, and you're going to need a property in your destination city to drive it to. That process of driving it from one city to another city will also take you time. In the future, you're also going to need Spark in order to charge your vehicles, similar to filling up your real-world car with gas or charging it if you have an electric vehicle. Another thing about driving your car is that just like in the real world, you wouldn't be able to drive a car between cities like New York and London, simply because there's an ocean in the way. The same is true in Upland. You are not able to drive your vehicles between different continents or between different land masses. So what does this have to do with things like map assets or structure ornaments? These three-dimensional items that you can see on players' properties, whether it be vehicles or map assets or structure ornaments, are all manufactured in factories. These factories are a special type of metaventure where players have to stake their spark in order to create these 3D items. Factories are used for manufacturing and showrooms are used for selling these items. So if you do own a factory, that does not provide you with the ability to actually sell these items. You're going to need to move these items that after manufactured are placed on your factory lot. You're going to need to move those to a showroom where you are going to be able to sell those. Now, these showrooms can be ones that you own, or they could be other players' showrooms if you don't have one, or maybe you don't have one in close proximity to where you want to sell the items. Now, currently, in order to move these items, you can do that just how I showed you at the beginning of this video when moving a vehicle from one property to another within the same city. Right now, you can move any of these other 3D assets between any properties in Upland without any restrictions. We also know that vehicles are going to be used in order to transport things, not just people between different cities, but also goods. So before the feature gets locked where you can freely move your 3D items between any properties in the Upland Metaverse, you're going to want to take advantage of that feature and start decorating your properties with the right map assets or structure ornaments so that you don't get locked out by all of a sudden Upland announcing that transportation is going to be required in order to ship items from one city to another city or from one property to another property. And this is especially true for structure ornaments because we know that structure ornaments can only fit on certain types of structures. So if you have a crate of one of your structure ornaments, which might be for an apartment building located on a property that has a small townhouse, that will do you absolutely no good. So you're probably going to want to move that onto a property that will support this type of structure ornament. So this video is your heads up in order to realize that you are going to want to start taking care of all of these 3D items that are on your properties and start strategizing and thinking about where you actually want these to be located, while understanding that in the future there are going to be these new mechanics that will require shipment of these items between different properties that you own. Now, we don't actually know when this is going to be implemented, but it's something that's important to be thinking about. For more tips and insight about everything Upland, make sure to subscribe to this channel and continue watching some of these videos below.